Tributes are pouring in from two of country music's biggest voices, Carrie Underwood, Jason Aldean, mourning the loss of someone who helped shape their songs, and so many others. Jason Aldean, just hours after hearing the tragic news, took the stage in Lincoln, Nebraska. He paused. Then, in a voice heavy with grief, he dedicated one of his signature songs, "The Truth," to his longtime friend, the songwriter Brett James. We'll come back to their words in just a moment. But first, who was Brett James? What was his story? Brett James was 57 years old, a Grammy-winning songwriter, a fixture in Nashville songwriting circles. For Carrie Underwood, Brett was more than just a collaborator. He co-wrote some of her most defining songs, including Jesus, Take the Wheel, songs that helped establish her voice after American Idol. Quick pause. I once had to stop this channel because costs were piling up. I hope Patreon can keep it alive. Every supporter gets credited, and maybe even have their own singing clips featured here. The link's in the comments. Now, back to the video. With Jason Aldean, Brett James was also instrumental. He penned The Truth, among other songs that became part of Aldean's musical identity. His writing reached chart-topping records and shaped many careers. On September 18, 2025, Brett James, his wife Melody Carol Wilson, and her daughter Meryl Maxwell Wilson were aboard a small-engine plane when it crashed in Franklin, North Carolina. The crash occurred in the afternoon. Authorities confirmed there were no survivors. The music community is reeling from the loss, not only of a prolific creator, but of a friend and generous spirit. Voices of grief, but also of gratitude poured in for all that Brett James gave. Carrie Underwood posted a heartfelt tribute on Instagram. "Some things are just unfathomable. The loss of Brett James to his family, friends, and our music community is too great to put into words. Brett was the epitome of cool. I see him in my mind riding up to my cabins to write on his motorcycle. His hair somehow perfectly coiffed, despite being under a helmet for however long. He was a good guy." She also reflected on moments like writing together, his faith, his generosity. How even when he'd done most of the work on a song, he insisted on sharing credit. Jason Aldean, meanwhile, during his show in Nebraska, said to the audience,
"This next song is a song that was one of the songs that was early on in my career that I think was a really big song for my career and for kind of letting people know who we were and what we were about, you know what I mean? And we got a little bit of some sad news tonight right before we came on stage. A longtime friend of ours, the guy that wrote this song, actually found out today died in a plane crash in North Carolina. And this guy written a lot of stuff for us over the years. If anybody's familiar with the albums, we had a song called Two-Night Town that this guy wrote. Had a song on, I think the second album called Grown Woman that we did with Miranda Lambert, this guy wrote. And he also wrote this next song, which ended up being one of the biggest songs of my career. So tonight we want to send this out to our friend that we lost tonight, our boy Mr. Brett James. This one's called The Truth.
Then he performed The Truth. Afterwards, he shared online, "Heartbroken to hear of the loss of my friend Brett James tonight. I had nothing but love and respect for that guy, and he helped change my life. Honored to have met him and worked with him. Thoughts and prayers going out to his family." In moments like this, we mourn the person behind the music, the human being who gives words, melody, faith, humor, and courage. Brett James was that kind of person. His songs will live on. Our condolences to his family and to all who knew him. If Brett's music touched you, please share your favorite song or moment down in the comments. Thank you for watching. Hit like and don't forget to subscribe for more stories at the crossroads of country music and culture.